let us see about how we would tackle drawing this this part that we're doing an assignment for. We're going to do a top view, a front view, and an auxiliary view. So first of all, I think the easiest place to start is in the top view. And I am going to turn my ortho on, so I'll click this button down here. And I'm going to go over 5 and down 5, so L for line, over until I see, I'm going to enter 5, enter, then I'll go down and I'll type 5, enter, oh, and I'll come over 2, enter, because that's what it says there. I didn't do the 1, so from here down, I'll type 1, enter. Okay, now I will turn ortho off because I want to draw a sloping line across the face of this part. So I'm drawing that sloping face there. All right. Now what I want to do is, I think the very next thing I'm going to do is draw the auxiliary view, because I have no idea where stuff goes to finish the top view or start the front view. I'm just going to go straight to the auxiliary view. And I want to show you two methods that might work for you. First, let me show you polar tracking. Down here in the taskbar, here's this thing called polar tracking. And this is a handy tool that will snap your cursor into angles at various sorts. So for example, if I'm drawing a line and I want to go, oh, and I turn polar tracking on, every 10 degrees, that's where I have it set. See that rubber band line, that ghost line? So it's easy for me to draw lines at some angle that I've set. My question is, what angle is this face? So let me show you a handy-dandy command called list. I'm going to type, I forget where, it's up here somewhere in the menus, but I forget where. So I'm just going to type L-I, there it is, L-I for list. Displays property, good. Select objects, okay, I'll select that line. Enter. And here is this, this bunch of data about this line that pops up. So I can see how long it is. That line is 5 inches long. Good, that's what it's supposed to be. Here's its X and Y points. And the angle is 53 degrees. Or so it says. Here's the problem. What if it's 53.18 degrees? I have my unit set to a whole number of degrees, and so it is not going to tell me if I'm some fraction of a degree. So if I want to use list to measure the angle of this line, I'm going to go change my units, and again that's up here somewhere, but I forget where. Might be under view, who knows. I just go to the big red A, drawing utilities, units, and this controls the numbers that display. It doesn't change anything else. So I'm going to change the angle display. It's still decimal degrees, but I think I will put, what should I do? I'm going to put 3. You might want to put 2 decimal places. I get kind of crazy with the 3 decimal places. Okay, so now if I come back to my drawing and I type LI for list and I click on my line, enter, aha! That angle is 53.13 degrees off of horizontal. All right, so what? So now I could go to my polar tracking thing and click that down arrow where it says tracking settings. I will go here. And previously I had selected that I want to snap in every 10 degrees, but what I want now is I want a new thing, and I want it to be 53.13 degrees. I also need to do another one. Oops, dadgummit. 53.13. There we go. Okay. That is what my setting is. Now I need 90 degrees off of that. Oh, I should have planned this ahead of time. What is 53 plus 90? I need another angle. That would be 143.13. 53 plus 90. Okay. Now, if I go to draw a line with my polar tracking turned on, and I start here, look, there is my, or is it? I do not, here, I had my 10 degrees checked. I should have my 53 and my 143 checked, shouldn't I? Okay, now let's try it. Now, if I try to make a line, when I get close to where I need to be, that green rubber band line will come on. So that's kind of the sophisticated way. Let me show you 2 other ways of drawing this face. One, this is what I do. I call it the stupid way, but it works. Want to make sure I have perpendicular set. Line, I just come out here in space somewhere and move to this line until I see the perpendicular snap. And then, okay, that's not at the right point, but it's at the right angle, so now I can move from wherever it is to the corner. And I can make a copy of that line and copy it down here. Now those are at the right angle, so yay, that's good. Okay, what else could I do? How about my old friend offset? I wonder how far out here I would want to come. I think I'll come out 8 inches just to be arbitrary. If I do the offset command, I'll just tell it 8 inches. And I select this line and I offset out here. That line is automatically parallel with my inclined face. And if I look at my drawing here, that face needs to be 5 inches high. So now I will do offset again, and I will tell it make an offset distance 5 inches. Select object to offset. This is really the easiest thing to do, in my opinion. offset, and then connect the dots. So there is the face of my auxiliary view. Now I can use offset to put this T-slot in here. I'll go offset 1 inch from here to here and here to here, and then in from each side. Let me zoom in a little bit, and I'll do trim. Trim these guys. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the bottom of the slot. There it is. Trim. Trim. Looking good. And I'm going to trim out the middle right there, and trim out the middle right there. Oh, stop it. There. That's my auxiliary view. Now I'm ready to start running some lines from here at the correct angle up here to make some hidden lines in my top view. And let me just go over to where I was. I have already made a top view by running projection lines up from here. That's how I got those lines, and I moved them onto the hidden layer. Once I got that done, now I could come down here to the front view and start making the front view stuff. So I noticed that, okay, this thing is 5 inches high. Oops. So I did an offset there, and then I started bringing lines down from here. You can see how I'm starting to run lines down to figure out where to put my stuff. Then I want to project some lines. There's something kind of sophisticated here. This top edge of the T-slot ends right here. Just that top view of the T, it ends right there. And you'll notice in my example drawing that there is a hidden line right there. Also, this narrow part of the T that goes through here ends at this back surface, not all the way to the corner. So I projected a line down there from that point, and if you zoom in here, you'll see, yeah, there's a hidden line which represents the back edge of that skinny part of the slot. Isn't that crazy? So here are my 3 views of my part. Now I can go to my paper space. I'll click my B size, and I double click inside my viewport to open it, and then I pan and zoom as needed to get my thing in here. You know what? Another day we need to talk about viewports. We'll do that. We should do that next time because we need to talk about that. Here is my title block where I have put my name and my description and my assignment number. And here in the bill of material is the kind of steel that this thing is made out of, SAE 4320. That's a high-strength steel. So this is what your drawing should look like.